morning and a very warm welcome to everyone present today. Firstly, I would like to extend my deepest respect and gratitude to our esteemed lecturer, Dr. Amira Shazana binti Magli, for her guidance and support throughout this course. My name is Ariana binti Abdul Razak and I will be moderating today's debate. Today, we are going to discuss about the debate Muhammad Rizwan Abdul Razak versus Asma Haji Muhammad Noor, a landmark decision that delves into issues of sexual harassment, discrimination and also workplace ethics. Without further ado, let me introduce my team members. In the proposing team, we have Afiq, who will represent the plaintiff, Muhammad Rizwan, and Umar will be the plaintiff's counsel. However, for the proposing team, we have Zurin, who will play as the defendant, and Nisha will play as the defendant counsel. And our judge for today is Ali. With all rules introduced, we're ready to begin. Everyone, please be seated. This case involves allegations of sexual harassment and defamation in the workplace. Mr. Muhammad Rizwan, a general manager at Lembaga Tabung Haji, was accused by Ms. Asma, a senior manager, of making vulgar remarks and inappropriate comments, and also including offers to make her his second wife. Although an internal inquiry found insufficient evidence for disciplinary action, Mr. Rizwan was issued a reprimand. He then sued for defamation, claiming the accusations were false and damaged his reputation. Ms. Asma counterclaimed for emotional distress caused by the harassment. The High Court ruled in favor of Ms. Asma, dismissing the defamation claim and recognizing the psychological impact of the harassment. The Court of Appeal upheld this decision. Without further ado, I would like to begin by inviting the judge to start the verdict. Thank you.
Everyone, please be seated. In the Court of Appeal of Malaysia, in the state of Wilayah Persekutuan Putrajaya, case number W-02 in bracket NCBC, in bracket W-25-2524-10-2012, between Muhammad Rizwan bin Abdul Razak and Asma binti Haji Muhammad Noor. The both plaintiff and the defendant was a staff at Lembaga Tabung Haji Malaysia. Counsel for the plaintiff, please proceed with your opening statement.
May it please the court, I am Umar Haq, representing my plaintiff, Mr. Muhammad Rizwan bin Abdul Razak. In this matter, the plaintiff is a 35-year-old married man with 2 kids. At the time of the incident, he was a general manager in the risk management division at Lembaga Tabung Haji Malaysia. My client has been falsely accused of sexual harassment, allegations that have not only tarnished his reputation, but have also resulted in severe professional and personal consequences. The defendant made this accusation without sufficient evidence, and despite an inquiry finding no grounds for disciplinary action. My client suffered an unjust reprimand and non-renewal of his employment contract. These claims were not only baseless but made with the intent to defame my client, harming his professional standing and personal integrity. As the general manager and superior to the defendant, he maintained a professional relationship with her. The statements that the defendant claimed as sexual harassment were not meant to harass the defendant, but rather to attempt a friendly banter between colleagues. We are confident that the court will see that justice lies with the plaintiff. That's all.
Thank you, counsel. We will now hear from the counsel for the defendant. You may proceed with your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. My name is Dudarisha Alia and I will represent my client, Mrs. Asma binti Haji Muhammad Noor, in this matter. My client is a 25-year-old woman and at the time of the incident, she was working as a senior manager in the risk management division of Lembaga Tabung Haji Malaysia. My client was a victim of sexual harassment by her superior, which we refer as the plaintiff. This case has caused significant emotional distress to my client. The plaintiff's behavior, including vulgar remarks and suggestive jokes, clearly falls under the definition of verbal sexual harassment as described in the Code of Practice on the Prevention of Sexual Harassment 1999. situation, the plaintiff has repeatedly offered to make the defendant his second wife. This created a hostile and uncomfortable work environment that no employee should have to endure. Your Honor, my client would also like to file a counter-claim towards the plaintiff for damage predicated on sexual harassment. In the document submitted, I have included the psychiatrist report for the defendant, which details the impact of her depression resulting from the plaintiff's acts of sexual harassment.
Thank you, counsel. I would like to call upon the plaintiff. Plaintiff, can you tell us what happened between September 2009 till June 2011?
Your Honor, my name is Muhammad Ridwan. On the 21st of November 2011, at 3:45 p.m., I was engaged in a business transaction when the incident involving the defendant occurred. During this interaction, I made light-hearted jokes that were in no way sexually oriented, and my only intention was to be friendly, as I am with everyone else. However, to my surprise, I was later reported to the CEO of my company with accusation of sexual harassment by the defendant. I believe this is an unfair situation that has unjustly tarnished my reputation at work. I am seeking justice in this matter.
Thank you. Do you admit to the claims that have been brought forward to the Special Committee of Lembaga Tabung Malaysia and today to the court by the defendant?
No, Your Honor, I do not admit the claims.
Alright, now I would like to call upon the defendant. Defendant, can you brief to the court what happened between September 2009 till June 2011? Please be true and transparent to the court. Thank you.
On November 11, 2011, around 2:30 p.m., the plaintiff made an inappropriate and vulgar comment towards me at the office. He tends to make rude and sexual jokes in front of his subordinates without considering how uncomfortable it makes towards his female colleagues. Several times, he openly offered me if I had liked to be his second wife. These remarks were not funny at all. In fact, I felt disgusted and humiliated by his comment. The plaintiff has taken advantage of his position as a boss, after saying whatever he pleases without any regard for boundaries or how others might feel. His behavior has really affected me, both mentally and professionally.
Thank you, defendant, for the explanation. So why you didn't lodge a police report or inform the company earlier about this incident?
I didn't want to risk losing my job, Your Honor.
Now that I have heard this perspective from both parties, it is evident that their accounts of the events and the consequences of this case differ significantly. First, we need to address whether the plaintiff behavior amounted to sexual harassment or was simply intended as harmless workplace banter. Next, we will explore the wider implication of this case, especially in terms of empowering survivors of sexual harassment in Malaysia. I would like anyone to present the argument in these critical points.
Your Honor, the evidence clearly shows the plaintiff's action went far beyond the friendly banter.
Objection. Your Honor, my client maintains that his comments and actions were simply friendly interaction between colleagues, not sexual harassment.
Simply friendly interaction, repeatedly making vulgar remarks, telling dirty jokes, and even promising to make the defendant his second wife. That's what you just call friendly interaction.
Yes? Haven't you ever joked around with your colleagues? You are so boring and sensitive. Do you even have proof that my client said that?
Proof. Your Honor, I would like to present a voice recording.
Counsel, please submit the voice recording to the court. We will review its contents.
Yes, Your Honor. This recording was taken on the 11th of November 2011 during an interaction between the defendant and the plaintiff.
Proceed, play the recording.
You nak tak kahwin dengan I? I banyak duit tau.
Iya, apa benda you mengarut ni?
Kalau cari husband, cari yang beragama, tanggungjawab macam I.
Berlambak lah kat luar sana tu.
You jangan I bos you tau. You ni selalu sayang sakit. Jadi bini kedua I je lah. I boleh jaga elok-elok.
You ni kenapa nak pasal-pasal I? I kata I tak nak lah.
Your Honor, this recording clearly captured the plaintiff's voice, and the context of the conversation makes it evidence that the remarks were directed toward the defendant. I would like to remind the court that my client feel intimidated and humiliated by these words.
Very well. The court will accept this recording as evidence. Counsel, you may prepare a defense if you wish to challenge its validity. However, based on what I have heard, this seems to warrant further investigation.
Your Honor, I request that we allow time to verify the recording and present our case. We still believe that the plaintiff's actions were misinterpreted.
I think the evidence speaks for itself.
Counsel, please address the court regarding the recording. What is your response?
Your Honor, we believe that the context might not be as clear-cut as it appears.
Objection! Your Honor, we maintain that the recording is a clear indication of the plaintiff's inappropriate behavior. We have provided this evidence to substantiate our claim of sexual harassment, and it directly impacts the credibility of the defendant's actions.
Understood, thank you. The court is dismissed.
Two hours later.
Welcome back, everyone. Please be seated. Having reviewed all the evidence presented, including the voice recording, the court is now ready to deliver its ruling. First, the court finds that the voice recording provides substantial evidence supporting the defendant's claims of inappropriate and potentially harassing behavior by the plaintiff. The nature of the remarks and the context in which they were made indicate a serious violation of workplace conduct. Now I will deliver its ruling. Everyone please stand up. Counsel, despite your assertions, the evidence shows that the plaintiff's behavior comments were not mere workplace banter, but were instead discriminatory and offensive. Counsel, the court acknowledges the emotional and psychological impact this situation has had on your client. The evidence presented clearly demonstrates the plaintiff's behavior was unacceptable and harmful. Therefore, the court rules in favor for the defendant. The plaintiff, Mr. Muhammad Rizwan, is found to have engaged in sexual harassment. As a result, the court dismisses the plaintiff appeal. The defendant is awarded cost amounting to 20,000 ringgit Malaysia. This ruling serves not only to address the specific grievance of the defendant, Ms. Asmah, but also to uphold standards of professional conduct and accountability in the workplace. The court is adjourned.
Thank you for all your insightful contributions for today's debate. We have truly explored the key issues, including the nature of Mr. Rizwan's behavior, the company handling the situation, and the broader impact of this case on workplace sexual harassment. The moral of the story is, sexual harassment is a serious issue that should have never been taken seriously. This case has highlighted significant concerns and opened the eyes for all Malaysians for sexual harassment. It is imperative that we continue to address and prevent such misconduct to ensure a safe and respectful workplace for everyone. This concludes our decision.